My name's Dan Hagley and I'm the writer and actor in Down to Earth.
I'm Joel Foster-Finn. I'm the director, cinematographer and editor on Down to Earth.
This was your dream?
I know.
It's all you've ever wanted?
A comedy about a bloke called Dave, and it's about what happens when the epic space adventure that he's involved in doesn't go to plan, and he runs to the only person in the universe who can save the day, which just happens to be his mum. Hiya, Mum. The idea popped into my head one day in the shower. It's that weird writery thing that one minute the idea wasn't there, the next minute I'm in the shower and it just popped into my head fully formed. So I got straight out of the shower and emailed Joel and said, I've got an idea. And we just went from there.
I read it straight away. I'm a big fan of kind of the way he writes and especially his humour, and I read it through and I literally burst out laughing throughout so much of it, and straight away I went and told my partner about kind of a weird summary of the plot and kind of just read it to her because I found it so funny and we both loved it. So as soon as I read the script, I just wanted to be part of it, and then just went from there. My approach was to kind of work, I guess, initially through the script and making notes, and then obviously expanding that into a kind of a basic shot list and working through it in that kind of way. But a lot of my pre-visualization work really came down to nailing the tone and the mood visually. I knew that the film kind of works on a faux pas at the beginning of this kind of Hollywood action sort of sci-fi adventure that then kind of turns into more of a social realist style film. So with a lot of humour, but I knew that nailing that kind of transition visually would be really important to selling the main kind of twist of the narrative. So it was a lot about testing lighting and obviously working out how that could kind of those choices and blocking choices and everything that kind of goes into the visual image could help propel that story further and kind of accentuate the humour.
It was tough because we made the film at the end of the last lockdown, so we were still dealing with the potential of having to be shut down because of COVID. Finding locations was really difficult. In the end, I just evicted my parents from my family home and we shot it there. But we're a really good unit, me and Joel working together, so the nuts and bolts of making the film was really easy and a bit of a joy. And Ali, who plays Audrey in the film, is just a hoot and hilarious and brilliant to work with. So yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed, adapting someone else's work. I thought it was, I don't know, there's a very different kind of process. With my own work, it's often you're so kind of absorbed in the project because obviously you've written it yourself and you're following it through, maybe directing it and editing it. And I don't know, there's something, extremely personal about that, which, I don't know, I think that can make it harder sometimes to make choices and to create. Sometimes it can be a limitation. So I felt with this, it was a lot easier for me to kind of come at it with a fresh perspective and just focus more on the performance and on the visual elements, rather than, worrying as well about, the intricacies of the writing and being so close to that material. So yeah, it was really nice to be able to focus on that kind of in more depth.
So it was really, really cool to get that email from Joel. We were both just absolutely over the moon. And this is very much a Birmingham film, so for it to be recognised by Birmingham Film Festival was particularly exciting, and just made it all seem worthwhile.
It was fantastic to be nominated in both categories, Best Local Film and Best Short Film, at Birmingham Film Festival, because as Dan said, it was something that we weren't really expecting. It was kind of just testing the waters with the film. I was nominated in 2020, I think it was, for a different micro short film I made for Best Micro Short Film and Best Local Film, but because of lockdown, I didn't get to attend and the festival didn't go ahead as it normally would. So it was really nice to have that opportunity again to kind of actually attend this time and look forward to the more, all of that kind of stuff. And it was just great to have that validation because, it was a project that took a long time to finish and that we're both really, really proud of.
I think Birmingham has a spirit and an energy that a lot of people who don't come from here are not really aware of, and I think we need to get that out more into the world. I think things are changing slowly, and I think the Commonwealth Games was a big part of that. I think it really made people look at Birmingham and go, wow, look what they've done. And I really hope that that continues and our reputation grows and we become even more of a player in the world of film, television, theatre, everything. Come and see Down to Earth on Friday the 11th of November at 8 p.m. at Millennium Point. One take, Hagley.